Hi, everybody. So I'm from Affinity Bridge, and we are a digital agency that does design and technology. And this is a little bit of a case study about using an agile approach, which means iterative testing, and if you're not familiar with agile, to create better audience engagement. So our partner is and client is a nonprofit called Peace Geeks. Now, Peace Geeks is helping to create an app called Arrival Advisor. An Arrival Advisor is an informational app that was funded by the Google Impact Challenge to help refugees and newcomers settling in BC to access information about services that would be relevant to them. So one of our challenges was it was a really diverse set of stakeholders. We have a wide range of refugees and newcomers from all over the world settling in Vancouver. And then we have a bunch of different groups. So the first thing that we did was to create a bunch of working groups. And some of those were a group of refugees and newcomers from a variety of different stages in their settlement process. And then the frontline workers who are working with the refugee population. And then also a working group of organizations, settlement organizations, and the government. And during that process, we wanted to bring those people in and say, okay, here's what we're thinking. What do you think? Often it's tempting just to go with your idea and build it. Terrible idea. So our plan was to validate early and often. So we created paper wireframes, which would be like a paper model of the app. We put it in front of these different folks, and we had a lot of feedback. We then kind of went back to them on that next round of feedback with a new set of wireframes and InVision, so kind of like a click-through model. And we spent a bunch of time testing, and it was a great cost saver to the project. What we thought people would want would be like a personalized checklist of services that they could access. And it turned out that refugees and newcomers were like, yeah, this is really complicated, and it's great that it's in our language, whatever that is, but you need to just dial this way back. It was great learning for the project team. It's really impossible to see, like you have this concept, we took this concept to Google and we pitched it to them, and our executive director was like, here's the vision, and the way that the product supports that vision is much different in the eyes of the person who's maybe coming up with the idea than it is in the eyes of the user. So it's really important to engage your users in that process. We found out that this is not for us, and it's really for the people that we're trying to service. So we found a significant cost savings. We found really improved traction, and in the end, the app launched in March, and we've had thousands of people download it already. It integrates data from BC 211, which is already a great repository of services data, and the BC government's newcomer guide, which is also translated. And in the coming month, we'll be launching it in 9 other languages. So right now it's in English, Arabic, and French, but it'll also include Tagalog, Chinese, Korean, and several other ones. So to summarize, I would say taking an agile approach is always much more cost effective. You need to step back and take a look, and then take another cycle and involve your audiences early. If you can do that, you'll get much more engaging results.